Hi, Nana and Papa. I'm here in Tim's buddy's truck, and I just met a new friend, and he came all the way from Calgary. He's got quite the stories he was telling, and I was out there listening to them and fascinating, so I wanted to take a quick video for you. So he was actually on the National and on Tucker Carlson and all sorts of things. Very, very exciting times. And Tim's got, he started from the very beginning. You joined the Convoy from the beginning, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, it started in Surrey and up northern BC, and then it merged in Calgary, and that's where we joined.
Okay, and I really love the story you were telling about all the tough truckers' hearts. What are they like? Because my husband was actually watching the news the other day, and they were saying that there's threats that some of the truckers are going to smash into the Parliament buildings and stuff like that. And is that true? Like, what are these guys like? Are they like terrorists?
I would say it's 100% true on if the media is saying it, because whatever they say is opposite of the truth. So yeah, if the media says it, I would say they're the greatest guys in the world and the most gentle.
Okay, great. And you were saying that there's just such heartwarming things going on the road all the way.
Oh, it's beautiful. A month ago, I had totally lost faith in this country, and now I could not be more proud to be a Canadian. The stuff that we've seen from Calgary to Ottawa, it never gets old. Just hundreds of miles of wonderful people giving you everything, braving the cold, mothers with their infants, you know, wrapped in blankets, crying at the side of the road, thanking you, people that have just given up, you know, and thank you so much for doing this. It's amazing.
And how many of the overpasses, as you're going along the road, is there very many overpasses that have very many people?
In Saskatchewan, we counted 5 crossroads that crossed the Trans-Canada Highway that didn't have a vehicle on them. And you have to keep in mind, Saskatchewan only has 1 million people in the whole province. So there was 5 crossroads that didn't have anywhere from 2 to 500 vehicles on them.
Wow.
And we were coming to Regina, we were 8 hours behind the Convoy, and we got to Regina at midnight that night, and there was still farmers in the ditch having fires, you know, John Deere tractors, people piled in the loader at midnight before we got to Regina. They were waiting for stragglers like us, way behind, and it was -30.
Wow.
In Saskatchewan, in the prairies.
And these guys are really tough. They don't cry or anything like that, eh?
Well, you know, those guys on the highway, you don't see them close up, but Winnipeg was just amazing. There was so many people in the street, and it was so packed. I could have walked through Winnipeg faster than we drove. And grown men coming to the truck crying, like tears as big as horse turds running down their cheeks.
I've never heard that.
And they crying, saying thank you for what you guys have done. And I've talked to a lot of the truckers. I mean, it's like a big family. You get to know everybody at night, and you talk to them, and not one trucker had a dry eye going through Winnipeg. It was amazing. It
beautiful.
Was 20 minutes outside of Winnipeg. The media said, one CBC report said there was 100 people at the side of the road in Winnipeg, and one said there was 1,000. I'm not talking about downtown Winnipeg, where the cops shut off the entrance to the Flying J so the Hutterites couldn't feed all the people with the warm lunches they brought. I'm talking about 20 minutes outside of Winnipeg. The 2-lane divided highway merged into 1 lane not because there was so many cars on the road, because there was so many people on the road. And they try and say that that's 100 or 1,000 people. That was 20 miles outside of Winnipeg when we were already through the main mob.
Wow.
It was absolutely amazing.
Beautiful.
And people just coming and hugging you and high-fiving you. throwing stuff in your truck. I was sitting in your seat right there. I could not move my feet. The floor was filled up with food. My lap was full with food. The council was full. And we kept saying, no, no, we don't need more. And they kept throwing stuff in at us.
Beautiful.
The further we go.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for all those stories. That's awesome.